Today I'm going to be playing as Ching, and we're going to be using one of the most ridiculous strategies ever to win the opium wars as well. Put a consumption tax on opium here. Do our classic little bit of decrees, resource industry, social mobility, and everything in Yunnan and Shaanxi, alongside 10 iron frame construction sectors in each. We will also start out by researching Romanticism, followed by stock exchange, and then atmospheric engine, as always. Now for politics, I think we're going to start out by putting the armed forces in government and starting to pass professional army. At least we'll give it a try. We probably won't succeed in passing it before we get Romanticism, but we will give it a try at least. Now, we're going to put an interest. I think we want to move our Japan interest over to South Africa for one of the war goals we're going to be adding in our diplomatic play that we are launching against Portugal day one for, of course, liberate UA. We will force the diplomatic play here. Now, we will also add in Portuguese war reparations. And then once our interest appears in South Africa, we are going to be taking Portuguese Lourenço marks. Okay, Great Britain has sided with Portugal, and our interest has appeared. We will ban the opium trade, of course. And since our interest appeared, we can now add in as a war goal, conquer Portuguese Lourenço marks. You'll also notice Britain sided in without taking the treaty port as a war goal. This is very important to our strategy. And then what we're going to do is not assign literally any troops to this front. That's an integral part of the strategy. This incredibly cursed strategy that is going to work out for us, I'm pretty confident. Okay, actually Portugal has not added any war goals. This is pretty lucky though. Like if I was being realistic here, it's probably just optimal to back down, or not back down, just capitulate immediately here. But what we're going to do is start a naval invasion of Munster, and also start a naval invasion of Lourenço Marques. Except we're not actually naval invading Munster, we just don't want the Portuguese to put their fleet in the right place. Now, we're just letting them push in here, because if he were to try to stop them, that would be hard, because like our troops would just die to them. It's like impossible for us to even come close to stopping them. Even if we can script up, they will just kill our troops. So instead of fighting them like that, we're just going to not take the war exhaustion that you get from casualties, and instead force them to just push through our nation, which is going to take them a while we just occupy their entire country here in a second. Oh, they have 4 troops guarding? They're supposed to have 0 troops guarding. No! Well, we can do a little bit of shenanigans to stop that. You think you can stop me by actually having troops guarding this time? Well, what we'll do to prevent you from doing that. Just a quick little split formation here, and then double land into Alentejo, and also, where's the other one? Into Lisbon. Okay, that's about to start landing. Now, the battle in Alentejo, we're losing, of course, but we get into Lisbon, so we can now just assign 4 generals to this army, and it will just easily push through and occupy all of Portugal. And the army here is still focused on defending the naval invasion. So now they have total enemy occupation, and so it doesn't matter that we're being occupied, because they're going to capitulate much before us. Oh, we've run out of construction sectors to build, so we'll queue up some iron mines in Shaanxi, I think like 15. Okay, Portugal has just ticked down to negative, so these are the war goals we want to enforce. We don't actually want UA to be liberated, we just have that as a war goal, partially so that we can declare the war immediately and not offer for interest, and also partially because you get this plus 180 from liberate UA is achievable through capitulation. And the reason we don't want to liberate UA or take the treaty port there is it will make it impossible to do the Boxer Rebellion once we research political agitation. So we'll just propose this peace deal, and that's the war with Britain over because they had no war goals on us. We get a landowners petitioning our government to pass local police force. There's no way we can afford the bureaucracy of that. So we're going to decline. We get a pro-country lobby towards France and tax spread. That is super nice. We'll start improving relations with France. We should actually do some rivalries here. Yeah, we'll rival Nepal, the Khalsa Raj, and Japan. You don't want to be friends with those guys for a long time, except maybe the Khalsa Raj. Maybe that one was a bit of a mistake. But we'll start improving relations with Britain here, and we don't want to improve with Russia because we want to fight them for recognition, right? Or who are we going to fight for recognition? Russia we have a border with, so that's going to be tricky, right? I don't remember what we do for recognition as Qing. But yeah, I think that we're gonna end up fighting the Ottomans for recognition. So maybe we'll improve with Russia, because I don't think we're gonna be fighting them for recognition, probably. Now we are about to run out of infamy. Oh, we actually can afford more construction than this. I guess we'll build a bit more then. We'll build up to 15 in Shaanxi. Oh, these places aren't actually even employing, that's the problem. We'll build a couple in southern Manchuria. That could help a little bit, I guess. I've run out of infamy, so we're going to declare to make Argentina a tributary, force diplomatic play, and then we're going to add as many war goals as we can here to try to get them to back down, because I really am not willing to fight this war. I just need them to back down. So we'll just mobilize a bajillion troops, which I think makes them more likely to back down if we have more mobilization. So in theory, we should be able to get them back down like this, I'm pretty sure. We've got lots of war goals against them, and our military giving the full -75. I was so scared they weren't backing down, and they backed down like when there was like 2 escalation left. Okay. Well, that's nice. We get Argentina tributary. Big nice. We'll start improving relations, I guess. No, that gives us 2 free native interests. That's super convenient for us. I've changed my mind here. We're not actually going for stock exchange first. We're going to go for colonization first. I'd like to get recognition as quickly as possible, because then we can create a power block, which I think is going to be pretty important to have the power block. Oh, this is a really weird event. Look like the top option, I guess. I don't really know that event very much. What? This is this is a bit of a tough choice. We definitely don't want to give this movement more support. I think yeah, we're gonna click the bottom option here. Let's see. That's gonna probably kill this movement support, right? Yeah, down to 10%. Oh wow, we're kind of running out of, we're so much running out of authority here. Wow. It's -40% from time to modifiers. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate there. I wish we had a little bit less authority negative. Okay, this is certainly one of the events of all time. I'm currently looking at Russia's census. There aren't any Confucian people in Russia, but of course the Confucian scholars are mad at Russia for discriminating against the Confucians. It just makes so much sense, you know. We can get an anti-lobby towards Russia, or we can get 2% radicalism, because basically all of our pops are Confucian. I guess we'll take the anti-lobby towards Russia. Kind of wanted to be friends with Russia, but it's unfortunate we get this anti-lobby here. I forgot I was supposed to be importing iron and tools. That might make a pretty significant difference if we go and do that. Let's start importing iron from a couple people and tools from a couple people. That should hopefully slightly increase our amount of construction by reducing the shortage. We'll also start building tools maybe, or no. I think we still just want to build more iron, probably. Oh, I finished researching Romanticism a little bit ago. So I should get the rural folk into the government and start trying to pass agrarianism. Now, one of the changes in 1.8.6 that is pretty substantial for Qing is bureaucracy's construction cost got cut in a fourth. So it's now only 100 construction instead of 400. This will make fixing the bureaucracy deficit we're going to get on from pressing agrarianism significantly easier, because before it took a ton of construction to fix it, but now we should be able to do it without having to spend that much construction, I think. I queued up a bunch of construction in all the places that it said upkeep was cheapest, so it'll start getting built once iron is done. Oh, we're getting turmoil issues here already? That's not good. Do we actually have to go medium taxation? That would not be very nice if we have to go medium taxation. Yeah, that would be super bad if we have to go medium taxes. 1.6 million radicals. Is our radicalism it's still going up? We lose 41k. I think we have to. Okay, we're going down to medium taxes for now at least. At least it's like, it's not too bad swapping tax levels anymore like it was in 1.7. So we can always go back up eventually. We're gonna do a war on Chile here, because we do need to use our infamy on something. So we will add in a bunch of revoke claims on them, which will hopefully make them more likely to back down, along with war reparations. And then we'll also mobilize a bunch of our army. I think we're supposed to drag select like this, and then click mobilize here. Maybe that's easier. Yeah, I guess that's easier, maybe. And then that should be hopefully enough mobilization to make them scared and back down. Also, we've got an event which is going to do something a little bit funny. This is incredibly lucky here, but this event gives us a market liberal, which is kind of ridiculous, but we're going to embrace it and take away our road maintenances and encourage resource industries so that we can bolster the liberal movement, take full advantage of this amazing market liberal landowner we've got here. We'll try to promote him to government. Okay, Chile has backed down. Big nice. We get the great Qing market down here in South America. The greatest thing in the world. All of the Qing pops that are getting killed in China can just migrate out to the New World. Okay, let's look at the migration map mode. Are they actually able to migrate? I don't actually think they are. Never mind. Yeah, it seems like they aren't actually allowed to migrate to our subjects. But if they could, oh, we're tech spreading colonization, so we're actually just going to go into stock exchange right now because we don't want to finish it right now anyway. While we have the opium debuff, there's no way we can win against any country anyway, right? Because we can't naval invade Russia easily since we share a border. Well, we get this event here. We definitely don't want to exile this guy, so we'll click the bottom option here, and we'll see if we get lucky. And we don't, we get the activism, which is better than the negative political movement support at least. I'm taking off the consumption tax from opium right now, so that we can then get 200 authority here to start suppressing the absolutist movement, which will hopefully be enough to pressure the landowners, because we need just a little bit more pressure on the landowners here in order to get them to join. Yeah, it's trending back up towards 11% again. If we check out one of these pops, the liberal movement is now pressuring, it now gives them more attraction than the other movement, so they should hopefully join the liberal movement a bit more. Yep, the landowners are now pressured, so we can now grant leadership. Got so lucky with that. Most typical YouTuber luck ever seen in the history of gaming. Oh, we have to decide if we want to go tenant farming or homesteading in order to then go laissez-faire, because we are going to go straight for laissez-faire now that reinvestment is so much lower. So I've noticed the reason that that happened, I assume, is because Sikkim got a corn law guy, because you can see here that Sikkim is actually in corn laws. So I'm actually wondering if there's like kind of a meta for countries where you can't trigger corn laws instantly, where you intentionally make a country that you accept the pops of, trigger corn laws, and then invite their agitator. Well, China normally can't invite agitators, but that event let us do it anyway. It's a little bit strange. You know, closed borders normally would stop you from inviting agitators. We're gonna start not exporting. We're gonna do a good old homesteading pass here, because that'll be good. The reason we're doing homesteading instead of tenant farmers is the extra standard living it gives is going to be enough that we can go up to maximum taxation without having to worry about a ton of radicals appearing in our country, which of course is very important because turmoil bad. We're also going to cancel bolstering and suppressing these movements. That actually gives us a full 100% authority surplus. I was actually going to do some stuff with this authority, but I think we'll just leave it in so that we can utilize that 100% authority surplus to pass this law super quick. In fact, there's an argument where you are actually supposed to take out the uh, rural folk from government right now. Is there a way we can get them in while keeping legitimacy up? No, there isn't. There's an argument we're supposed to take them out of government here for that minus 25% enactment time. I think it's better. Yeah, we'll do this for the 50-day law pass text, though slightly lower chance to succeed. We get this event here, which is a bit unfortunate. We would have preferred a success. We're going to take the bottom option, I think, because that's a lot of loyalism for Shangzi. You can see Shangzi is like just pure white on the radicalism map mode now. We get the higher learning event, and let's take a look at what text we're spreading. We're spreading empiricism, so we'll get some progress on empiricism so that text spread finishes a bit quicker. And we get homesteading pass here. Yes, we can. Okay, now we're going to immediately go for laissez-faire. We actually have enough excess authority that we can put on an extra decree while keeping on maximum. So we'll put it on Shangji as encourage road maintenance, and then build an extra, we'll build a tool manufactory there. That seems like a good thing to invest in. As our SOL is now rising due to homesteading, we're going to, should we go all the way up? I think we're going to go all the way up to very high taxation. So we get all that extra monies, big nice monies. Actually, are we at 90 legitimacy or above? Yes, we still are. Okay. We need to stay above 90 legitimacy still. For, you know, if we're not above 90 legitimacy, we're gonna pass laissez-faire slower, which would be bad. The opium crisis will run out before a war starts now, so I'm gonna declare to make these guys into a tributary. Oh, the French Bonapartist revolt just won in France. I forgot to even notice. I didn't even notice that was going on. How's our relations with Russia? They're belligerent. That's unfortunate. And they're damaging relations, I think. Yeah, so there's no way we're going to be able to have positive relations with Russia ever again. We'll try to improve with some people over in Europe by putting an interest into France, so we can actually improve with those guys, because we do want to be able to earn recognition, and we lost our great other France, which we had good relations with. That's unfortunate. We get the end of addiction. We will click the top option, because I think it's a better bonus. Then we'll also remember to remove the ban on opium, and we will mobilize a bunch of army to send down to this front in Dainam, so we can crush the illegitimate government of Dainam and in place some tributaries. Oh, what? Dutch East Indies is supporting them? That's a bit strange. Well, we'll just ban slavery and stuff as war goals. These guys request us to support their independence. We're not going to do that, of course. We will just decline. Okay, the war with Dainam has just escalated, so I'm going to send a naval invasion into their capital since they aren't going to defend it. Oh, actually, they are defending it. Interesting. Okay, I guess we aren't going to do that then. We'll actually have to assign generals to more of these armies so we can send more guys to the front, I guess, if they're going to actually defend. That's unfortunate. Loud car noise. I don't know if you can hear it though, because I have noise cancellation enabled. But if you could, then that's a loud car or something. Maybe not. Maybe it wasn't a car. I don't know. I can't see. I'm blind. Well, I'm not blind, but I do not have a window to see to the road right now. Looks like we're actually going to be able to get a naval invasion in successfully this time. Yep. And then we can of course do the classic trick where you then just oh, what? Why did it break like this? Oh, because the naval invasion spot for this style is actually a different one. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, now they've got troops defending against naval invasions, so we can't do multiple. Okay. Well, we got into their capital, so that's all that really matters. Now that we've passed laissez-faire, we gotta consider what we want to do with it. I think we'll go with the good old wood company. It's a pretty reliable choice, I think. Opium company is like kind of a reasonable choice here, but I don't think we want to cause mass unemployment that I think that would cause. Now, I guess we'll also go free trade. We don't have corn laws triggered, so we're not going to get a bunch of loyalism from this, but I still think it's good. Wait, do we actually have 32 million loyalists despite being on very high taxes? Oh, we're so happy with that. That's so nice. That's so nice. Some giant pop group just demoted because we just lost a ton of loyalists, but I still think we should be able to keep up a pretty decent ratio of loyalism to radicalism. Oh yeah, now that we're done with all those all the important law enactments, I should go back to having all of the decrees that we wanted. In fact, we should actually have way more decrees now. We can really afford a ton of decrees. What other decrees do we really want? Southern Manchuria, promote social mobility in Beijing, maybe, in Jiangxi. Resource industry in Eastern Guangdong, I guess. Now that I've got the cordial with France, I'm going to spawn a bunch of trade routes with them so that we can try to get a trade agreement, which will be pretty nice. Okay, after a bunch of trade route creation, we can get a trade agreement with France, and then we can cancel all of our trade routes with France except for the ones that are profitable, which is not very many. Oops, I think we deleted a couple that weren't from France there. No, they must have been, right? That makes France genial. Oh, that means we could actually get an embassy, potentially. An embassy would instantly get us up to enough relations. How much would an O obligation give us? 16. So we could have like a 40% chance of accepting. Hmm. That would be like reasonably cheesable. I could just reload. What if we host a power block embassy? Does that make them more likely to accept? No, it doesn't. Dang. I really thought it might. Pass free trade though. That's pretty nice. Yeah, we're gonna declare a war to ban slavery in the Ottoman Empire. Actually, sorry, to liberate Lebanon from the Ottomans. And we're also, I guess, gonna add in liberate Cyprus and ban slavery and war reparations. Now, we need to win this war while killing as few Ottoman soldiers as possible, ideally, so they don't drop below major power status, because they're going to drop to major power for sure. And this is actually my second attempt fighting this war, because in the first attempt, they dropped out of being a major power, which was that was not very big nice of the Ottomans, because then we can't get recognition from them if they drop out of being a major power. So that's not very nice. But yeah, I'm gonna fix all of our armies so I can all get mobilized here. We get an anti-country lobby towards Japan, which I don't think is very good, but it's also not too bad, right? No, it's pretty neutral. Okay, we could give France foreign investment rights, which would increase their odds of giving us an embassy, apparently. And it would also slightly improve our relation speed increasing. I don't think we're gonna do it though. How close are we to getting a defensive pact with France? 18 away. Okay, the war with the Ottomans has begun. We're going to begin with a naval invasion on Kars and into Dobruja. Oh, never mind. The Ottoman fleet is actually going to try to stop us. So, let's try something like here, maybe. I don't know. We need to dodge their fleet for sure. So let's just try some other random places to start attacking. After a bunch of bouncing around, we've made it here. Um, Now we need to trick the Navy into going down here so that we can then go back up into the top area there. Typical Connor War be like. Just do this, and their Navy should move down. Yep, it is. Now cancel our naval invasions here and start new ones into cars here. And this one goes into Dobruja as well. And we should land in time here, I think. Yes. Yes, we get in. Okay, big nice. Now we can just cancel our landing, send these guys into the Dobruja landing, and put everyone on defense, I guess. Then I'll also start transporting some troops from this stack. Oh, what? Can we only select it in one big stack? Okay. Well, we'll send, I guess, all of them over to the front. If this troop wouldn't block that. Okay. Right click. Someone in my comments said I should use right clicking, so that's why I'm using it. Oh, France is now willing to do an alliance, which we are going to take, because that's going to help improve our relations with France faster. Oh, we had a lobby opportunity. That's why we were able to get it. Okay, we're going to start a landing into Bati, Turkey here. Gotta get in there quick before they arrive to defend the naval invasion. But we do indeed get in. We can send a couple, like 40 stack or something in to defend this Bati Turkey naval invasion. Okay, they've managed to push us out of the Dobruja naval invasion, so good thing we made this one. But yeah, we're gonna put our strategic objective on the capital and try our best to push to the capital. Looks like we're failing in our first battle, but hopefully we can. No, we're failing in more battles. That's not good. Hopefully we don't continue that trend, because I don't like that trend. We're gonna just try to double land into. Oh, okay, they've more troops. I don't think that matters though. Should hopefully still be able to double land. Yeah, I think we're. No, we're not double landing successfully because we get their navy in. Great. Okay. Put everyone on defense, I guess. Okay. They seem to have nothing guarding the capital, so we can actually just land here seemingly. Which, I mean, I approve. Oh, no. They got stuff guarding it now. Never mind. Okay. Well, we'll just continue to try and wait for that to happen again, I guess. Okay, it's happened again, and this time we've caught it before it goes past the C node, so we should be able to land much faster this time. Bruh, they just arrived so fast from that front. It might be Jover for being able to do this. We're gonna bring in the rest of our army over here so that we can actually hopefully win. Because it seems like that's what we're gonna need to do. Seems like that's what we need to do. Okay, we're trying a double landing here. We'll see how it goes. This army has actually got one battalion that has no morale. Let's delete it so it can try to land two. Yes, we trapped the army with that army seemingly. Oh no, it's only 14 of the battalions out of 34. That's not very good. No, we do not approve of this scammery. Okay, we just somehow managed to get in there. Big nice. I very much approve of this shenanigans. I don't really know exactly how that happened, but it did. We're getting them both landings. Okay. Oh, France is starting a naval or a war against Japan again. They were just in a war against Japan. Oh no, that's in a different state I'm thinking of. Anyway, we're going for railways. We accidentally wasted some tech progress there. We can get a bankroll from France here. I think we definitely want that. That'll be nice. 20% of or 10% of France's income. How much is that in dollar dues? 20K. That's somewhat substantial. Okay, we're gonna try piecing out for this. We're gonna see if that gives us enough recognition progress. Yes, it does. The Qing-French Treaty of Commerce and Navigation, which makes us the #2 great power in the world. And now we can establish a power block while only damaging relations by 30 instead of 60. So, oh, we need influence. So we'll find some people to rival. Ottoman Empire is always a good rival. Netherlands is probably a good rival. Maybe it's not, actually. No, it probably is. Brazil will also rival. Then we'll create a sovereign empire power block here. We'll call it, after re-rolling with the random button for a little bit, I've decided on Congress of Shanghai as our power block name. Picked one of the random ones, and this one seemed like a somewhat reasonable name, I guess. Before I got recognized, I should have reduced someone's autonomy. Big mistake. Oh, we have a bunch of buildings to upgrade the PMs on. let's upgrade these PMs. Oh, we especially need to start building coal mines. Coal mines will be huge. Yeah, let's build tons of coal mines. All the coal mines must be built. Korea requests an embassy. We'll give it to them for increased relations. I'm going to declare a war here to make Bolivia protectorate. We will, who can we sway? Argentina. Swaying Argentina would make some sense. But we're just going to add in Bolivian war reparations and liberate South Peru, liberate Iquicha. What other war goals could we put that will I could put liberate all three. We'll transfer North Peru, I guess, so we can get 2 puppets. And then I guess we'll put war reps on all of the little guys. We could call in Argentina right now for Jujuy. Thing is, if we do that, they're less likely to back down, which is what I would really prefer. But I think we'll call in Argentina so that we have a front. That seems like a good idea. Return Jujuy. And then you can just put a couple 50 stacks or something on this front. And we should be able to easily defeat the Bolivians. Okay, they just backed down, which somehow formed Big Peru as a subject of theirs. I guess that's what happens when the journal entry fails in this case. Yeah, that's a little bit weird that when the journal fails, it just unifies Peru into one country. But this is what happened. So Peru, I don't know how I didn't remember this, but that's what happens. We get Peru as a subject, which is pretty nice, bring us up to a solid 10 members of our power block, which means we can get all 4 mandate slots. The industrialists are very slowly gaining clout. Once they get to 5%, we can start trying to pass schools, which will be very nice. We really would like some schools right now. I have no clue why this menu looks like this, by the way. The Kazakh revolt is happening, and they would be willing to give us become subject, but I'm pretty sure that this doesn't like invalidate the war goal or anything. So when they take Kazakh protectorate, it'll just transform to transfer Kazakh, which would then bring us into a war between us and Russia plus Austria, which would be a really hard war. We're gonna invade Transvaal here to fix our lack of infamy. You know, we can't be having 0 infamy, or else we'll get called out for being a noob. We were actually on 0 infamy already, so we are already getting called out for that. But you know, that doesn't matter. Now that we've got Transvaal, I realize we should have built a port in Lorenzo Marx to actually give this stuff market access. Easy railway tech progress. Yes, let's get that railway tech progress. And then let's queue up water tube boiler as our next tech. We really want line infantry so we can, oh yeah, this guy's scarred. We want line infantry so we can fight Britain over India, which I believe France will help us out in, assuming we declare the war for something like ban slavery. And then later on after we call in France, add transfer British East India Company. We've got some steel mills getting built now, so I'm going to swap all of our production methods over to steel. And we should be able to have enough steel for that, I believe. We'll see. Built quite a bit of it, so I think we should be good. Just need to build a little bit more, maybe. See, steel prices. Yeah, the shortage is slowly going away. Finally unlocked railways. So we're going to build a bunch of railways in all the various states that are at 0 infrastructure or below. And also start building motor industries in some states to fund those. And I guess also some more steel mills to fund those. Got the line infantry tech, so we're going to click upgrade all units and wait for all of our units to become line infantry. Once that's happened, we can consider trying a war with the UK over India. I was going to declare a war on India, but then the second I declared it, France civil war. So we've loaded back, and so we're going to have to worry about that. But while we worry about that, we'll maybe just protectorate Burma or something. I don't know, we need something to spend our infamy on while we wait. Our king better not die in the meantime. That would be super frustrating if he does die while we're waiting for France to get out of their civil war. Yeah, we're gonna send some stuff over to the French Civil War as well. Like, I guess all these troops can go to the French Civil War. I don't know, we need to give France a decent amount so they're actually gonna be able to win their civil war quickly. Um, but why are we not able to send these over to France HQ? Wait, we are, but we just can't do it through this menu? Great. Okay, move over there. One by one by one. We're gonna take an obligation, I think. Or they were willing to give me Tahiti in the last test, but okay, we'll just take an obligation from France. I think we're kind of fine with that. Now that we're in that, surely we can right-click on this front, right? Yeah, we can. Just right-click on the front. The French Civil War is going pretty badly for France, but the great Chinese squadron has come in to reinforce the French and help them win their civil war. Actually, it looks like it's still close, despite our immensely large reinforcement, which is a little bit crazy. Well, they have 5,000 power production in their civil war state. That's quite a lot. Might need to mobilize a bit more and help. Yeah, we're gonna need more troops to help out the French with here. Clearly, it's pretty crazy how much they are mobilizing here in the Civil War. They must have a lot of conscripts. Yeah, 115. We've gotten two mandates. I just didn't notice. We're gonna go food standardization as our first mandate. I think it's pretty solid on high pop countries for extra pop growth. The front is it's so doomed. Uh, how is the French Civil War this bad for France? Our only hope is that we can just hold a Rhone long enough before they can make it down there. Um, I mean, that seems like a reasonable possibility. They're only at -90 capitulation desire, right? My troops are getting eviscerated, but their capitulation desire is super low. So they're like super close to zero, so I think we can probably hold out for just long enough. This is very unfortunate. If they just got like, if they didn't get Paris, this war would be so much easier because they would have not had bureaucracy and they would have gone bankrupt easily by now. Or not bankrupt, but defaulted. The French Civil War is finally over. Now France is in 20 million debt. So that's a bit of a problem. We need to get our troops some more manpower. You know, they've all died in that stupid war. So many Qing soldiers got eviscerated. This is so sad. Are these states actually at max? Uh, oh, they're already at max employment in the sub farms. Dang. Let's build up some other manufactories here then. Lahej offers to become our protectorate? Okay, sure. We'll help you out, Lahej. How's our leader doing? Has he died yet? No, he hasn't. Okay. Wait, what? Why did they offer to become my protector? They're easily winning the civil war. We've got a couple of guys on low liberty desire, so we'll reduce Josiane to a puppet. That seems like a pretty nice thing. No, we're not passing tenant farmers. That's -8 approval. Pretty unfortunate. Gonna lose us this nice bonus. Okay, we're declaring the war on the British East India Company to ban slavery. Of course, it's not to ban slavery in reality, but that's our justification for war. We need to disband a bunch of these armies. They're way too small to deal with. You know, I like having a somewhat reasonable amount of armies to use. Something like that is a more reasonable number of armies to have. Wait, what? How did I only select two? I was meant to select all these guys. Alright, let's mobilize all these guys up for the war. The Great War over India. Okay, we're gonna call ally on France, bring them into the war. Then we will bring British war reparations, and we will transfer British East India Company as our great war goal to end all Britons forever. Why is this not mobilized? Okay. We should find the general. Let's find the general's list here. and promote some of our good generals so that we can then have some more battalion space for, like, by good generals, I mean generals without being this scholar gentry IG. So now let's add conscripts into these armies. Okay, I've raised like 600 conscripts, so that should hopefully be enough to win the war. I'm sending everything into this port. We'll see if they can arrive in time. I didn't remember to do this before the war started, but if we can arrive into that treaty port, then that would be pretty big. But they only have one troop guarding this. That's not very many. The British are going to try naval invasions, but I don't think they're going to be able to get in. 3 separate naval invasions? That's a lot of naval invasions. We get another mandate. Now, we're going to go food 3, I think. Get that extra SOL. It'll be pretty impactful, I think. Okay, looks like there's just no troops here, so I guess we're just going to land West Bengal, because they just don't have a defense at all. Easy, easy West Bengal. Let's go. Big nice. I'm trying my best to ensure we don't lose this. Looks like the French have hopefully got that front down, and we'll just try to push in through this side. We're easily defending against the first landing, at least. Second landing is going well as well. And most of our troops appear to be tied up in those 2 landings, so maybe this Beijing landing. Yeah, the Beijing landing is not going well. But if we can clear out that landing, then hopefully the next Beijing landing will do much worse. Oh, we've lost West Bengal. Yeah, we should send in another big stack over there to help it out. And we should make all these armies actually much more advanced front. That would be good. Yeah, if they're on advanced front, that would be much better, I think. Put them all on advanced front. So we can hopefully push up into India more that way. How's the defense of the British naval invasions going? Looks like it's going well. Okay, looks like we're making very good progress in India now. Oh, I actually put British war reparations. I meant to put British East India Company war reparations. Okay, they incorporated the Falklands. We're all good. I thought we were screwed by that, but no, they incorporated the Falklands, so it's all good. Just need to land the Falklands, and then all will be saved. Oh, they just landed in Dainan. That's not too great. We'll try to put troops over there. Oh, we've landed the Falklands though, so they're going to be enforced out pretty soon here. And these are the war goals we want from them. And as long as they don't make it to our capital, they shouldn't be able to enforce out us at all. Okay, next tick. Hopefully they'll be willing to accept this peace. Yes, they are. Okay. We get the Qing East India Company now. Big nice. I was like, there's no way this maths, and I realized we get negative 0.2 from chartered company. That's actually big nice. We can almost, we could almost make them be loyal if we just get the relations up, we'll be good on this. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I'm researching for pharmaceuticals right now, so we can try to get, what's it called? I'm researching pharmaceuticals to get public health insurance. I think we also want to try to pass colonization here, potentially. Though this stuff would potentially, not be very good for our amount of bureaucracy we've got. I think we can probably afford it. We also want schools soon, though. Dang, we want a lot of institutions. We'll just start with colonial exploitation, I guess. Yeah, they're the same disapproval by the rural folk. Oh wait, no, resettlement's better, right? I think resettlement's better. Or is it? No, this one's actually probably better, right? For the rubber plantation throughput. I don't know. I'm gonna go up on paper PM. This should save the government quite a bit of money. Oh, we need more construction. We're about to hit a max positive balance. This is unacceptable. More construction must be made. All the construction sectors, they must be made. Please, more construction. Oh, we gotta up the PMs on these stuff. I forgot to upgrade them all to condensing engine pump. This should be a nice little upgrade to the economy. It's got colonial exploitation. Big nice. Unfortunately, we don't have a border with this coast, but we can put interests in places like this, and take an interest out of these areas, put it in something like that. Where do we want this interest? Maybe Dixie? No, Grand Columbia, probably. Then we can start colonizing more areas. And once we get to quinine, start colonizing real fast. We're nearly at 150 million GDP already. I think this run is pretty solid, considering how much Qing has effectively been nerfed by recent updates. Oh, this run is actually incredibly good. We're almost exactly tied in GDP with my old Qing run on 1.7, which is actually very surprising to me considering the reinvestment changes. Well, we get our first request for increased autonomy due to our infamy. Probably gonna get a lot more of those due to our insanely high infamy. Gotta get below 50 and then we should stop receiving so many. Our cohesion target is super low, so I'm thinking I'm gonna go vassalization 2 just to try to up our cohesion a little bit here. I realized we've unlocked improved fertilizers, so we should probably start using it. Oh, well that's incredibly interesting timing. I guess we'll click this option. Here we get a bunch of devastation and stuff. Bit unfortunate that darn Krakatoa eruption. Now that we have industrialists at 5% clout, we're gonna put them in our government and start trying to pass public schools, and we'll start trying to build government administrations to support that as well. Build a bunch of government administrations, because we're going to need them for pub schools. We really want our literacy to start coming up, though. Well, our old king died, so we've got a new one. He's compliant. That's bad, negative 10% authority. But other than that, seems like just a pretty typical leader. Traditionalist is slightly negative. Well, we get the great volcanic winter crop failure. Wait, they nerfed it again? Are they just shadow nerfing this every single update? I thought it was 15%. What? Oh, we're actually getting expensive grain, so maybe we build fishing. We need to put our fishing on the right PM first, though. Yeah, let's just build like a load of fishing, I guess, because it appears that grain price is getting pretty high. So therefore, we must build fish to fix grain price. And also shipyards, I guess. We'll build some shipyards to help supply the fishing wharves. At least for now, I think I'm going to rival Great Britain for the extra influence to try to burn off more infamy as fast as possible. We just got quinine, so now we're colonizing at the maximum speed, which is pretty nice. In fact, we have like so much colonial growth, they might as well start colonizing in all the severe malaria areas as well. At least all the reasonably good ones. Like build ports in all these areas as well for maximum efficiency, right? We should be good to colonize most of Africa. We will just want to transfer British East Africa eventually, though. Oh, right as I ended that clip, we passed public health, or not public health, public schools, which is pretty nice. Pub schools is very useful. I think we actually want to go central archives for the bureaucracy right now. That seems pretty nice. Yeah. Oh, we get a bit of a Hindustan revolt here. I think it's gonna get crushed easily. Actually, what? They have like no troops on it. Never mind. We'll bring over a 99 stack to help them out. The GDP line, it's so up. This is so big top. Big nice. Moldavia formed United Principality instead of Wallachia. That's kind of rare. Weird. We've unlocked our first or our second company slot. I think we're gonna go with the Iron Company as our second company. Hopefully that'll be a pretty good choice. I'm upgrading our university stack to be a level 100 so we can get a little bit more tech spread because I feel like we are kind of lacking some tech right now. I clicked appointing the governor here because I was hoping to, be able to reduce their liberty desire, but it turns out we didn't get that option. Well, the British cut us off here. I was hoping we'd be able to get into South Cameroon, but the British managed to cut us off. Oh, I've been forgetting to notice this pop-up. Oops. Which institution do we go for? Advanced research, I think, is the one we're going to go for next. That's going to be pretty nice. Reduces our education institution cost quite a lot. So we can swap up to standardized filing systems, and then go up to level 2.2 on those. It's gonna be pretty nice. I've just realized China's Confucian scholars don't support public health insurance. That's a yikes. That's pretty bad. Now that we're under 25 infamy, the Qing company is finally starting to lose liberty desire. Someone's supporting their independence. It's Russia. Evil Russia. That's very annoying of Russia to do that to us. We're getting a lot of unemployment. That's a bit of a problem. There's not there's a lot of unemployed people in China, as it turns out. It's kind of hard to get them jobs. I wonder if the Chinese government ever had to deal with any problems like this. No, that could never happen, right? There's never any famines in China historically. That never happened, I'm sure. And the good old Trucial uprising, except it's actually Oman. Okay, for our next mandate, I'm thinking, I kind of want to go construction, but I think we go colonial offices. Yeah, I think we'll go colonial offices here. Construction would make a little bit of sense though, because they're kind of struggling to industrialize here quickly. The reduction in, bankrolls is a big factor in why we're doing so much worse than old China runs here. Though the reduced government administration costs means I think we'll have a very explosive growth at some point once we can start realizing this 1 million unrealized taxes. I actually find it very hard to believe that it's only 1 million unrealized taxes, considering we have like negative 80% tax collection in all these states, right? Seems kind of unbelievable. Oh, I guess you have states like Guizhou, which have like 0% somehow, even though they're a very populous state. Oh yeah, even Jiangxi, for example, also. We're gonna declare our own war against Britain, and then also side with France in this war. Yeah, we'll have to try to transfer the British East Africa because I think it's a pretty nice colony that we want to have to encircle Africa as much as possible. Actually, we also probably want to conquer South Cameroon from them. How much infamy would that be? Um, Conquer South Cameroon. 15. I think we got to do it. Otherwise, we gotta wait for them to establish a colonial administration and then take it from them. Yeah, we'll just conquer South Cameroon from them. Britain has added on a ton of war goals, making them all the way up to notorious on the infamy scale. They're at 70 infamy. That's quite a lot. We're going to be occupying this stuff with these armies, and then we're going to use, I think, this army to naval invade. Oh, they've got 3 soldiers defending. So maybe we want a small army to defend or to attack with instead of a bigger army. Or we could just YOLO. No, we should just get a small army to attack with of an army size that we actually, won't get the penalty. Or no, we shouldn't use conscripts. Let's just transfer from one of these 40 stacks here into the 0 stack. Let's transfer 8 line infantry, and then just land Kenya with that. Seems like a pretty good plan. They'd mobilized a bunch of troops, so we couldn't land here. They're going to try to land us up here, which is going to be a bit of a problem. Yeah, let's take a look at this. Okay, France calls us into a war against Prussia. We'll consider sending troops over there, maybe. Yeah, we can probably, or no, we should keep those there, I think. Try and kick the British out of here, I guess. No, we're failing at doing that, so let's just give up and go to Germany. Why is everything so laggy when we're doing this? I don't know. Okay, we'll just reassign them up there. Got a giant positive balance. We gotta do some constructing, bro. Only a noob would forget to construct. What a noob. So the British have landed, which is not good at all. We're gonna try our best to stop them from doing too much. We're gonna try to stop them from being able to full occupy our country at this landing, but it's gonna be tough because they've got skirmish and we don't. But we Just need to push them out before they can reinforce this army, right? Which is, it's going to take them a little bit to build a reinforce here, surely. So let's just put all these armies on attack, I guess, right? That seems like a good strategy. Try to get them out before they can get reinforcements. Okay, well, they've managed to have all their reinforcements arrive. We have one last chance here. We're going to try to land behind them. Please. Yes? 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 Yes! Yes, it worked! USA is conscripting so much to save UK here. They're in 17 million debt, and they're gaining, just 300k a week. Just some pretty normal amounts. Their army power reduction is more than the British. They're just carrying these wars for them. But they only have 3 soldiers there again. Can we land Kenya? No, they've got 52 navy stack there now. Great. That's gonna stop us. Okay. How do we get in? We could like invade Gillette, I guess, with the idea of getting the border. Yeah, it's decided it's gonna landing cheese me again, unless we can somehow defeat this army in 3 battles before it can arrive, before this other navy can arrive. But we'll see if we can do that. Doesn't look too great. Um, is France capping out of this war? They are. Wow. Oh, they just need humiliation. Tahiti. Where are they humiliating France from? Did France have like this incorporated or something? That's occupied by France? What? What did France incorporate that the British took? Russia just unified with Hanover. This war was looking really bad for them before they managed to do that. Okay, so please just don't start a battle at the same time. That's all 117 troops in that battle. Come on, don't you dare start another battle. Don't you dare. What are you guys' morale at? 80%? Okay, just don't go to 100, please. Okay, you've still got some battalions that are at low morale-ish. Come on, no. No. Oh, yes? Okay, the battle got caught. Okay, it's all good. Barely caught it in time. France, you silly goose, you incorporated that? You silly buffoon. You're throwing the war. What a noob. France is throwing the war. Well, it's over for France in that war, I guess then. They've decided their own fate. We just unlocked General Staff, so we'll use that to go up to General Training PM, which will slightly improve our army quality by letting it regain troops faster. France is going to capitulate Prussia here in just a second. Just need to make it to Berlin. America has left my war. They hit capitulation desire due to their insane debt levels. Yes, we're actually making a push into Zanzibar, finally. Just need no navy to randomly appear, and we should be able to land here. Okay, this is the other war that France was in, but they just capitulated, so we'll white peace that war. Now we've just got this war remaining, where we want to ban slavery in British East India Company and do these war goals, I think. Okay, you know what? If the AI was going to landing cheese me, we're counter landing cheesing the AI here, because we're failing these battles, so we're gonna need to landing cheese the AI to get in here. Unless maybe we just get a good trait roll, that would also work. That would be really nice to get a good trait to roll instead of rolling terrible traits every battle. Yes, we rolled a good trait for once, and then this battle is going to conclude, and the other battle will start a little bit before this one concludes. Yeah, a little bit before, and we get in for free to Kenya. Is their capital actually this though? Oh, that's actually their capital. Never mind. You actually want to land here. Because of course you do. Okay, we're landing into Port Louis. I had to separate the army so that it would actually, work. So we can now enforce the war goals we want, and we're all good. Finally out of that war with UK. Oh, Spain offers us a trade states. Spanish South Cameroon. Chain United Delta? Are you crazy? Why would I give you 500k pops for 20k pops? Get Colonial Offices level 3. That's a pretty nice upgrade. The minus infamy generation, and also the bureaucracy cost is, a pretty substantial portion of why we're picking this right now. The bureaucracy cost is very useful. I think this is a lot of deficit spending compared to what I'm used to, so it's a bit of a problem for sure. Oh, could we potentially get a Persia protectorate here? Maybe actually. Let's take a look at our relations with Persia. -14. After a bit of trying different governments, it appears there's nothing that can let us get Persia as a protectorate. Unfortunately, we almost got up to level 3 education, or level 3 education. We're about to get steel frame buildings, which is going to be pretty big for increasing construction. Okay, now we're up to level 3 education. The steel frame buildings should be almost done. Yep, that'll be pretty nice for improving. Oh, they got an uprising. That's why they got a claim on us. Could we maybe support this uprising to become subject? No, we cannot, because we have a truce with Britain. I'm going to start turning up a little bit of our construction to steel frame. We'll see how that affects our market. Looks like it's not too bad with just one switched up, so we'll switch up Shaanxi as well. I think we've got quite a bit of steel production there. Okay, now we've hit explosives at shortage levels, so we'll try to build a bunch of explosive factories as much as possible. We're having big problems with radicalism due to grain prices being so high. We might need to try to layer on a bunch of consumption taxes and then go down a tax level here. I don't know, things look really bad. I think we have enough education access that I'm going to take away all of the promote social mobility decrees at the minimum and put on some more luxury taxes. I think we have to go down a tax level here as well, and then remove the road maintenances and put on, I guess, a fruit tax. No, that's going to tug at the lower strata too much, probably. We'll do transportation. Okay, I think this had to be done because our money situation is going to be pretty bad because of this, but like we have way too many radicals and it just was keeping on going up. Prices on all this stuff has pretty much gone back to normal, so I think we'll swap up another one of these to steel frame construction. Let's see, which one do we want to do next? Yunnan, probably? I think we're going to start trying to pass census suffrage here, so we're going to exile the rural folk guy so that he doesn't affect stall chance, and then start trying to pass it. Because I do want to go, ideally I want to try to go parliamentary republic, but in order for that to be feasible, we need this guy to still be alive after he passed census suffrage. And he's got cancer, so that's probably not happening. Got mechanized workshops, so we can... Oh, we should turn these up to philosophy department. That would also be good. We got mechanized workshops, so we can finally upgrade our textile mills and stuff to this better PM. So we'll hopefully increase SOL slowly, because the prices of those things should go down a little bit. And we'll take the university throughput. How's the prices on those things looking right now? Clothes are still at plus 13% price, but furniture we managed to get below 0. I'm going to build a giant level 50 textile mill in the state we have the most unemployment in. So Chongqing, you get a massive level 50 textile mill since we are going for the economy of scale tech right now, shift work. Bruh, the revolution got over 75%, and now this rev pops? That's really annoying. Well, I don't think we can do this without the legitimacy and stuff. Like, the rev is just gonna pop. I mean, we could fight the rev, but I don't think that would be a good idea. So we'll just, go back to having this as our government. And I think we'll go for wealth voting instead, which I think will not put them over 75 activism. Yeah, so we should be safe doing wealth voting. Oh, we unlocked a better paper PM. That saves the government almost 50k from reduced paper costs. Let's go. I'm gonna try to get Mexico into the power block diplomatically. We'll see how that goes. We'll guarantee their independence, bankroll, and improve relations, fund lobbies, basically everything we can do to try to make them more likely to be able to get into the power block. Dyes are actually kind of expensive. That's interesting. What do we want to build here? Coal actually looks like a pretty good choice. I just unlocked shift work. Let's see how much our GDP goes up as the throughput goes up to the new throughput level. Is it actually just a couple million? I guess we didn't have that many buildings that were um, at level 50 or so, but I think this will be pretty big for us in the long term. These better buildings. Like, here we got level 39, level 42. All this stuff will be getting better with our higher throughput bonuses. For my next company, we really just don't have like any unique companies as China, seemingly. Actually, when do we unlock the one unique company I know we shouldn't certainly have? Kaiping Mining? Steam Donkey? We're about to get Steam Donkey. It's coal and railways. That seems like it's not a good company, actually. I think we're gonna go with Steel Company, although you could make an argument for the Birth Rate Company. I don't know if we're ever gonna be able to employ all these pops anyway. We've got way too many pops. Argentina shall be our next subject to become a puppeteer. Good old Argentina, yellow. Well, we're about to run out of infamy. I'm thinking I'm gonna take a little bit of a bite out of Sokoto with this infamy. Oh, Spain is gonna protect Sokoto. Interesting. We'll not conquer the entire country, I think. We'll just conquer a couple states so we stay under 25 infamy. But we do want to just use our infamy on something. Don't want to promote one of those generals. Just hire more generals, I guess. But we don't want to promote a bad general. Gives too much clout. But we get this event here. We'll take the negative 10% bureaucracy since we have over 10% extra bureaucracy spare right now. Oh, Sokoto just backs down, which feels like that refunded us more infamy than we spent on both of those war goals. Like, we spent 11 infamy on this. So that seems like a little bit of a weird thing that we only got like 5 infamy, but whatever. I guess we'll invade Bagrimi next. Try to make a land bridge all the way over to Darfur so we can colonize super fast after we get malaria prevention, I guess. That seems like a pretty decent idea. I think it's about time we stop or switch all of our construction to steel frame construction. Gives us a solid 2,000 construction available. Looks like it makes glass and steel prices a little high though. France has started a play against Prussia to take the Rhine. I thought they would have taken that in the cut down to size play. I think maybe the war goals were somehow invalid because cut down to size plays you normally aren't allowed to add war goals. At least that's my assumption for why they didn't get those states. We're gonna take a good old transfer state here. We could get Congo or Gabon. Gabon looks to be the better option. What's Bougainville? French Bougainville. Take a look at that one. Yeah, so we'll take Gabon as our state. Big nice. They're gonna call us in as an ally anyway, so we might as well take a state from them. We finally have gotten to the point where we have some peasants, which are not. We've got some spare unused arable land in Yunnan now. So I think I'm gonna build like a level 50 rice farm there to try our best to get some grain prices down because our grain price is really expensive. Oh, now we're at 50 relations with the Netherlands, so we can, not Netherlands, but Mexico, so we can now start changing up our agreements with them so we can hopefully get more leverage. Yep, we'll become the highest leverage person in Mexico. Okay, got wealth voting. That's pretty big, nice. If the industrialists would form a party, they could get so many votes. Why are they not forming a party? Just noticed that I'm out of infamy. I've been out of infamy for a while. You can protectorate Persia, I guess. It's about 30 infamy. Sure, that seems like a somewhat reasonable thing to do, I guess. Kind of wanted to try to pull them into the bloc diplomatically, but just fight them to protectorate them. I think I'm going to make my next law pass proportional taxation. It'll slightly reduce our tax income, especially compared to per capita, but I think it might end up being more money because what we can do is place government administrations in the areas that we have low taxation capacity, but high GDP per capita, and then that should be a good strategy to increase our income. I guess we might as well put the armed forces in government since it would keep us at 100 legitimacy, but increase our success chance. Okay, we get an advance. Pretty nice. We'll take the 10 success chance, I guess. The stupid British have attacked Dynam, forcing me to join against them. It's very annoying. We could maybe declare a war to conquer all these random British things. No, right? Or we could. It's gonna be like 15 infamy. Or when we take over this war, we should get to add our own stuff in, right? Yeah, we can. Okay, so we want to conquer these little pockets here. Conquer British North Cameroon actually doesn't really matter. It's like British Gabon we care about the most, actually. That will fully cut them away if we get British Gabon from ever getting into this stuff again. But we also want to conquer their stuff that's like out here probably. So British Ubangi Shari, British Ubangi Shari, and the other one is British Congo. So we'll add those as our war goals, and then make some armies and send them over to clean up these billions of Africa fronts over here. Hopefully USA doesn't get involved. If USA gets involved, it might be a little bit more tricky. We'll sway Qing East India Company into the play for nationalize all Qing Indian buildings, because we don't want the British to own our subjects' buildings. Then we could also sway in Mexico with call ally. How many maneuvers do we have to spare? We've got plenty. So yeah, we'll call ally on Mexico into the play. And then I guess we'll also call France in. They're about to lose their other war. Dang, USA joins the play for return Nevada. So we're gonna click upgrade all units and send over a bunch of army to kill the Americans in that front, because they do not get to have Nevada. That is simply unacceptable. Due to upgrade into skirmish, we have got huge ammo shortages, so we should have munition buildings. So we'll build like 20 or 30 munition factories to help increase supply. Okay, we get on to proportional taxation now, which I assume is going to make our SOL rise a bunch, because our pops that are in subfarms should hopefully be paying much less to the government, whereas our other pops should pay much more. If you look at this pop here, for example, take a look. Net income is now huge. So yeah, he's going to go up in SOL in just a second here to 9 SOL. And he's still growing up to another SOL. Oh, it seems like nationalize all Qing Indian buildings does not require just controlling your capital. I thought it just required not losing your capital, but apparently I was wrong about that. That's really weird that it doesn't require that, in my opinion, but okay, I guess we'll try to naval invade, assuming that that stuff wasn't incorporated. It better not be capital occupation, right? I thought it was just keeping yourself unoccupied, which is obviously what it should be, right? We can get a power block embassy with Mexico, which is pretty nice. I think that's going to be the last thing that will give us enough leverage to have Mexico in the block now. Yep. So we can see here that over half of our taxation capacity is coming from government administrations, because you see 150, 183 plus 25%. That's over half. But you can see our expenses from government administrations are under half of our tax income here. So that means we want to build government administrations up as much as possible to hit taxation capacity. So I think we want like 50 more or something for that. Okay, our radicalism is low enough that I think that we can go up to maximum taxation again, which will lower our deficit a little bit, because our deficit is pretty terrible here. Is there any consumption taxes here that look particularly good? Actually, clothes kind of does. It will do clothes. Okay, we're about to have USA cap out of the war, either at this one. Okay, yep, that one. USA is now out of the war. It's pretty nice. Looks like occupying this was enough to do nationalize all Qing Indian buildings, which is pretty nice. Getting rid of the British occupation in China will be nice, because it also means more buildings that we can potentially buy if they aren't owned by the British. Okay, we're going to call in our obligation to get Mexico to join the power block for sure. Yep, they join. Big nice Mexico in the block that we can subjugate in 5 years. I realized we should have been turning these on to automatic irrigation. It's going to be a bit better production for sure. It's also going to cost a bunch of motors though, so we should build some more motor industries probably. Although I did build like a giant one in Shaanxi, that one might just be able to employ it more? No, it can't. Okay. We'll build it up to level 50 then. We're gonna send Britain this peace treaty where we humiliate France, but we get all of our demands. Looks pretty nice. Now we basically control all of West Africa except for this little bit that France controls, which is going to be a bit of a problem, but we are researching malaria prevention right now, although we might stop researching it before we finish it um, to try to cut off France there. I forgot I should have been doing more of this government administration building. We need a little bit more in Shaanxi as it turns out. Looks like about 15 more, I think. And then I'll just start looking in more states to see which ones are profitable. I've queued up a few hundred government administrations here in the queue. Or not a few hundred, but like 150 or something government administrations, which will hopefully help increase our taxation. And I've built them in just Shaanxi, Yunnan, Eastern Guangdong, and Southern Manchuria, because those were our states with the highest GDP per capita. After doing a little bit of testing in debug mode, I've tested to ensure that the Confucian scholars will actually gain the corporatist ideology since they don't start with the pious ideology, and they do indeed. So we're going to start researching corporatism, because I would like to get some healthcare, considering we're going to have so much spare bureaucracy. I wasn't really paying attention to this, but at some point the German Empire formed. I think it did a unification play against all of the various Germans after it took Alsace-Lorraine. We've unlocked vulcanization, so we'll turn on machine steel tools in a couple of our buildings and see if we can get the rubber. Okay, we actually have a lot of rubber already. How's our rubber employment looking? Like how much rubber could we get if we had it at full employment? Probably not that much actually. We only have like 17 or 13 rubber plantations, so this could produce a max of like 900 rubber. Okay, we can turn it on in Shaanxi, I guess. That's gonna be about the maximum we can turn on. Just made Chile into a puppet, or Chile into a puppet here. Chile got most of Patagonia this time, which is unfortunate for Argentina. This is not very nice of Brazil to attack Bolivia. I guess they attacked Peru? Yeah, they attacked Peru initially. I guess the AI just doesn't consider this being a war that I would join, which is a bit strange. But I guess we can join for, I guess we'll just join for nothing. Or we'll join for an obligation, I guess, as they offer that to us. Oh, Austria's gonna join, Brazil. That's a bit interesting. Well, we'll take Brazilian war reparations and then send a bunch of troops to this front. I'm pretty sure we're much stronger than Austria, so this should be a pretty easy war. Oops, we actually pinned that to the outliner. Unpin it. Oh, we got corporatism. Okay, we'll start passing public health insurance then. Is there a way we cannot cut the trade unions in government, seemingly? Unfortunate. Well, we'll just try to pass public health insurance here. Against the industrialists' will, but the industrialists do not have a choice. Oh yeah, we're gonna call ally on France, get them some support against Austria here. This socialist movement is very close to drifting to 100% radicalism, which is a bit scary, for sure. That's super scary, actually. Yeah, that's not good. Um, don't want plus 25% activism for sure. Um, that would be really bad. Yeah, we don't want to fight this rev at all because we don't want to kill the socialist movement, really. We want it to still be a thing. It's very unfortunate that public health insurance isn't one of the things that the socialist movement wants. Okay, we're going to click this option here. We really need the enactment success chance so we can pass this before the socialist movement becomes insurrectionary. Oh yes, this is so good. This event saves us. We'll pass regulatory bodies, which should kill this movement's activism. Yeah. Okay, it didn't give us the recently enacted bonus, but it's at least lowered the radicalism quite a lot. We'll start leveling up that institution as well, because we've got so much spare bureaucracy. This is a big war over the unification of Italy. Got Piedmont, France, and Germany going up against Austria, Russia, and Brazil. What is this? Sophisticated ironclad? Sure, we'll get a pro lobby towards these guys. Siam is not our subject, right? Yeah, they aren't. And we're hostile towards Siam. If we were not hostile, we might have been able to get become subject sway here. We can now peace out with Brazil for all of our war goals. Big nice. That's a big Bolivia. Okay, we finally get public health insurance, which is pretty nice. We probably, I don't even know if we want to keep upgrading this. I think we might just want to go use all that bureaucracy for public health insurance, actually. So we'll cancel upgrading the other one. Now, we need to find a way to make the socialist movement here a little bit less mad at us, because they're big mad, and I don't like them being big mad. That's not very nice. I think we'll start out by passing poor laws. We might cancel passing this eventually, though. We just want to use it to try and get their activism down temporarily so they stop producing ridiculous amounts of radicals. We can get this event here, get 10% of our pops being 10% of our Protestant pops radicalized, but we barely have any Protestants anyway. So we'll radicalize 10% of them. Well, I forgot we don't actually really care about passing this law, so maybe that was the wrong decision, actually. I have reloaded back to this point because I triggered Heavenly Kingdom somehow. I don't even know how we got this event to, like, fire, because we are a recognized power and we have closed borders. So I don't think we should have been able to get this, right? Protestant acceptance is less or equal to 10. So if you're on total separation, we could avoid it somehow. But I think what we need to do to avoid this is go down a tax level, which will hopefully lower turmoil enough to stop this. I don't know. Things like doesn't look too great for our ability to stop the Heavenly Kingdom, but I think we can probably find a way. Also, probably need to build more construction. Now that I think about it, we can afford a bit more. Oh, we're out of infamy. We're gonna conquer Sokoto, or infamy, or lack of infamy. Just put in a full conquer on Sokoto here. This is a bit over 25 infamy, but we'll just mobilize a couple troops and defeat them. Spain will support them, I think, but Spain is weak, cannot do anything against us. We just finished malaria prevention. We'll go for improved fertilizer next, because we are having some problems with fertilizer right now, or with grain price, I mean. Just got up to healthcare level 2, which hopefully will boost up our SOL a bit more. So we really need to get rid of all these radicals, so that would be pretty useful. The reason we need to get rid of all these radicals is so that we don't fulfill this second condition here, so that it's much less likely that we accidentally have the Heavenly Kingdom spawn. I will just be reloading if we somehow get unlucky enough to spawn a fourth thing, because spawning the Heavenly Kingdom would be stupid, because I don't even understand how we meet the conditions to spawn the Heavenly Kingdom. I'm pretty sure we aren't supposed to be able to do that unless they changed it in the update, which maybe they did, I guess, but that seems a bit strange that we are getting the Heavenly Kingdom journal, you know? Or actually, is the Heavenly Kingdom journal based on having Protestants in your country, and then you have the Protestant mission journal is the one that the Chinese missions is the one you fail? How did Protestants arrive in our country? Did they migrate from our colonies? Bruh. I'm actually going to build up a bit of a navy here so that we can get the maximum amount of interests declared bonus from navy, because I don't actually have that yet. So we'll build up 90 ironclads and like 100 light ships into this navy. That should be enough to get us easily past the naval power production cap, and also just give us a decently large navy for various things. We've managed to get turmoil under 15%, so we're now safe from the Heavenly Kingdom event. Oh yeah, we passed poor laws at some point. That's a thing, I guess. How's that affecting the socialist movement? It's probably gonna be coming back up, right? It's actually gonna stay down, I think, because our SOL has gone up a little bit, so now the average SOL being below middling is causing less of a penalty to radicalism. Oh yeah, I should use the improved fertilizer PM. That should help improve our grain price quite substantially, especially once we turn on the fertilizer PM as well. Let's see, grain PM, grain prices are down to plus 7%. Well, that's why is it going up by so little? Rice plantations are like a big portion of our rice production, of our grain production, so I wouldn't think it would go up by so little. Like, What's the problem here? Oh, it's only going up by 30, I guess, in terms of grain production here. Just past 600 million GDP, big nice. Colonized super fast in Botswana because of colonization rights. I think they probably should rework this so that colonization rights don't give you 4x anymore, because that seems like a bug. You can see here we're colonizing, way slower than over here because the colonization rights. Is there something else affecting this? There's no way these should be that different, right? Oh, it's because of population? Wait, why is this one not getting multiplied by population at all? What? I guess it's because the population of this one is almost exactly 100K, which I assume is the base amount, maybe? Hmm. We've managed to fix some of the problems here with unemployment in a lot of our states. I'm gonna build up a bunch of opium plantations here, because that's a lot of productivity. We must build all the opium plantations, or all the opium, the greatest industry in the world. I'm subjugating Mexico as well. Big nice Mexican protectorate here. The subjugate mechanic makes them start with so much liberty desire. Oh, we're actually at the point where we can run like 4K construction easily, so I guess it's time to build more construction sectors. There's no way these states are actually the optimal states to build it in. Build it down here. Yeah, okay, that should be plenty of construction sectors to hopefully fix our prices, or fix our government not losing enough money. There's a Siamese uprising happening. We're gonna support the Siamese uprising, because my understanding is this territory will all go to Siam after the uprising. So right when it's about to finish, we can try to protectorate Siam, and then we'll get a very cheap protectorate on all of Siam for the infamy cost of just like this tiny little Siam that currently exists. It's just like, oh wait, Siam is already a subject of someone? They're a subject of the Netherlands. What? Well, it looks like Germany doesn't have an interest here, so if we take that from the Netherlands, I believe it should not cause a war with Germany. In fact, I'm pretty sure it'll make the Netherlands go free from Germany, because they're currently a... Oh wait, what? They stopped being a German protectorate? I guess they got their independence. Okay. Another war between France and the UK. Since we're allied to France, we'll just take a state from them. I think we want French Congo. Yeah, Gabon is completely surrounded by Congo. So if we take Congo, that should completely cut off France from colonizing into Africa, leaving us as the only African colonizer left. Big nice. Also, what is going on? How are there so many troops here? What? Oh, Oyo is a British protectorate, so the British are there. I thought that was this native uprising. Swapping out to publicly traded here gives us about 50K extra reinvestment. That's pretty nice. Our universities must be expanded. We're only spending about 100K on unis right now, so we're going to go up to a level 300 stack university just so we can get a little bit more tech spreading, because we are a little bit behind on tech, I think. Over 750 million GDP. This is pretty big nice. Only 13 more months to go till Heavenly Kingdom is gone. Let's go. This is the biggest Mainama I've ever seen. Or Maimana? My Our GDP has been going up really fast compared to what I'm used to. Also, Britain's about to go negative war support, so we're declaring on Siam for transfer subject. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Do they just accept? No, they do not. Okay, yeah, we only had to pay 1.3 infamy for that, which is pretty nice. Looks like Germany is going to interfere against us, which is unfortunate. We will have to defeat Germany. We'll capitulate out of this war with UK, because we don't want to fight UK at the same time as fighting Germany, for sure. That would be pretty bad. That's not a valid thing against us anymore. Yeah, okay, we should be good. We just need to take over Siam here. I see we're not using all of our construction, so I'm going to start building more government administrations to try to fix tax waste. Because we are experiencing large amounts of tax waste in states that we actually can't afford to build it up to taxation capacity in at this point, considering our insane amount of GDP per capita in our country overall of 1.32. So I think we can kind of afford to build loads of government administrations now. They currently have nothing on the border with Siam. We're already out of things to construct. This is so annoying. For our company slot, we're going to be choosing the birth rate company, because I think it'll be pretty useful to increase pop growth. For GDP maxing, we must get all the pops in the world, right? Oh, we're out of infamy. What can we do? We can protectorate Ottoman Empire. That would be a pretty reasonable thing to do. Yeah, we'll declare an interest in Anatolia to do that. Can we make Persia a puppet? Yes, we can. That'll give us a nice land border with the Ottomans. Protectorate the Ottoman Empire ends up costing us a pretty reasonably large amount of infamy, but we can deal with it, you know. We don't really have much other stuff to spend our infamy on, so we might as well create the Great Land Bridge to Europe. We're getting penalties to subject loyalty from low supply network strength, so I'm just spamming a couple ports, so that should hopefully completely fix all supply network issues forever. Oh, I didn't notice UK sided against us in this Netherlands play. That's a bit annoying. Well, we're going to just send this army over to deal with this little uprising over here. The evil African uprisings against us. They're so evil. Okay, well that's convenient. I was about to have to reload because we got this event, but luckily the one in Chongqing disappeared in time, so I don't have to reload again. I've had to reload like a ton of times to deal with that stupid event. Uh, it's finally over though. We shouldn't get any more of those, I think, now that we've removed the Heavenly Kingdom journal. POV Japan just has 86% literacy. What is this ridiculousness? Japan should not be the #1 most literate country except for microstates. Like, all the countries bigger, higher literacy than it, I'm pretty sure I just have to promote social mobility on their capital. So yeah, that's it's pretty ridiculous. Finally, I've spreaded every single production tech that the world knows. The leading producer of production tech. We're not leading in society tech yet, though. Probably will be done with being in a tech spread society once we get philosophical pragmatism, though. Okay, we can finally declare victory in the war against the Netherlands. We now own Siam. We can start improving relations with Siam. Now our bloc controls, you know, basically all of Southeast Asia. Big nice. Okay, we managed to hit 800 million GDP. That's pretty good. That's so much negative infrastructure in Shaanxi. What in the world? Wow. Infra must be built. Also, let's go up to steam trains on all of our railways, actually. That would be a pretty big bonus. Um, yeah, that'll help out a little bit. No, not a Korean coup. We cannot let this be. Finally, the war with the Ottoman Empire is done. Get our good old Ottoman Empire protectorate, which is going to be pretty nice for making the market go all the way west. Now we have a land border with Austria. Just unlocked a new achievement. Be prepared. Interesting. What's our high intensity harvest condition? That's my first time getting the achievement. Let's see here. 3.3, that can't be it. Oh, this must be it. No, that's only 3.6. Is a 5 the requirement? Let me go check. Okay, it just says high intensity. Uh, I don't know what that means. Hmm. Well, I guess it's nice that we got the achievement. Cool. These are some really nice Italian borders. We got Big Sardinia, Piedmont in the north, Papal States, and then two Sicilies. Wow, Papal States has more GDP than two Sicilies. I'm gonna go migration control so that we actually can do some migration. I think that seems like a pretty reasonable thing to go for. Oh yeah, and we're also going for it so we can invite agitators and stuff. That's a big part of the reason why we're going for it. At this point, we've got 1 million in unrealized taxes still, so I'm just going to put government administrations on auto expand, and we'll see all the government administrations start getting built. Let's see how many pages of government administrations we get built here on Monday. 2 pages only? That's like nothing, bruh. Here, I seem it's actually more because some stuff got finished constructing, like almost 3. Still not very many pages. I just reduced India's autonomy to colony. I think we're going to try to annex them somewhat soon here. Grain prices are still kind of high, so what we're going to do to fix that is very simple. Just a couple grain factories. Oh, there's unemployed here. Well, we'll build some other industries here, I guess. We'll build a giant food industry as well, and fertilizer plant, and hopefully these things will try to stave off unemployment in the state caused by that slightly large rice farm that we built. You know, only 410 levels of rice. We've got some authority, so I think we'll put a promote agricultural industry here in the state. We'll also build some more railways, because it seems like we do need a couple of railways in order to use this. But yeah, a little bit of how do we only have 35% throughput? Economy of scale is only 5. Why are we only getting 5% economy of scale? Is it because the building's only 10% employed? Or 20% employed, but maybe 50% from nationally owned? I think we might be having qualifications issues because this building we're losing people from the steel mills instead of losing people from the unused arable land. So I'm going to try to build some universities to try to fix the quality issues, maybe. Get migration controls here, which is pretty nice. We can now invite agitators if we want, which we might want to, especially to try to get a republic or something. We do need to become a republic if we want to complete the journal entry. Maybe we can invite this guy or something. We try to become part of the liberal movement. Are the PB being slightly pressured by that? Yeah, they are. So we could actually probably pass parliamentary republic, right? Yeah, we could probably. Most of the stall chance is coming from PB. No, the stall chance isn't, but wait, what is the stall chance actually coming from? Armed forces and stuff? Yeah, we can just exile this armed forces guy, I'm pretty sure, right? No, it's too similar to the ruler. Um, well, I think we are gonna grab this guy here and use him to eventually get onto parliamentary republic, maybe. This Chinese missions thing would have been pretty bad if we hadn't already triggered the Heavenly Kingdom stuff a little bit ago. But luckily we already have triggered it, so we're all good. We get a new company choice here, and hmm. It's a bit of a tough choice for this company slot, I think. We could go with it's between these top three here, I think. Coal and sulfur, I think, makes a little bit of sense. So does the Kaiping Mining Company. But also opium kind of seems pretty reasonable here. I think we'll go with opium to try to, um, if we go opium, we can potentially replace the agrarian ownership of the buildings with the much better ownership type, being capitalist. I'm going to start building some power plants in all of our states so we can start electrifying our industries, especially since we're getting pretty close to the electric techs. So it's going to be pretty important to have a little bit of electricity production within our country, at least the core of it, and maybe Africa as well, because we've got quite a bit of stuff happening in Africa, like rubber and stuff. It'd be nice to have some electricity there. Okay, we're going to try to stop being a monarchy, so we're going to promote that guy to government and start passing parliamentary republic. We'll see how it goes. Stall chance of 56% is very high, but I think we can hopefully try to address that. Oh, India has exploded. Yeah, we're definitely not letting them go free. That would be crazy. We will just have to mop up this civil war here in India. Promote the literati guy, I guess. We should probably promote a ton of petite bourgeoisie generals to make the passing of republic a lot easier. That would be a pretty good idea, I think. Yeah, that seems like a pretty obvious strategy. We'll look for all of our generals and promote all the PB ones at least, and then maybe hire more. For now, I've just promoted all the ones we currently have, and that brings them up to 32.5% clout. Do we have any more petite bourgeoisie generals we can hire? Yes, we do. Big nice. That's gonna get them like 35% clout. Yeah, that's a lot. So you can see now we've got an 18% advance chance. That's pretty good. We've built up to maximum construction sectors in like all of core of China. So that's pretty crazy. We actually have to start building construction sectors in Africa now. do more construction. The current technology I'm going for is macroeconomics, so we can get to 100% MAPI, which will, I think, help out quite a lot with increasing GDP. Managed to land in West Bengal, seemingly, so the Indian uprising should be dying pretty soon here because of that, I think. So we're getting a revolution over trying to abandon the monarchy here, which is a bit of a problem for us. I mean, actually, I think we could potentially win against this rev. I don't know, probably not actually. So what we're going to do is lower tax. Oh wait, we already are on lower taxes. Well, we need I guess we'll lower taxes again. This is a bit unfortunate, but what we need to happen is our radicals. The bonus here from radical and loyalists needs to swap so that we have more loyalist supporters than radical supporters. And then radicalism will be at 99 or so instead of 100. The Indian uprising is almost dead. Pretty close to being dead, at least. How's the radicalism versus loyalism looking? We have gained some radicalism and lost some loyalism. Sorry, the other way around. But it's not quite enough yet, at least. We needed things to continue going in this direction. Our radicals number has passed our loyalist number, but I believe we still do not have enough here for loyalism to be affecting more than radicalism, because unfortunately loyalists are slightly underweighted in that calculation. Actually, maybe we have the budget to go down another tax level here. Our credit limit is pretty high. Yes, it's finally done. The activism is now predicted to drift towards 99%. Let's go. We get a setback here, or negative 10% success chance. I think a setback's better. Oh, but gives plus armed forces approval. If you do this one, then we don't get the armed forces. Actually, does the approval kick them out of being big mad? It probably does, right? Negative 19. So it's not going to then. So I think we click the bottom option then. Oh no, this is interest group pop attraction, not interest group political strength. Never mind, it doesn't really matter then. You can go max military wages to then make them only angry instead of it was angry better? I don't actually remember. Whatever, we're trying to pass parliamentary republic here. We just need to hope we get the advance that gives you like 60% enactment success chance. That's the way we're gonna be able to pass this. It's Jover. We've gotten 2 events in a row with no option to get negative civil war progress, so we just have to cancel or else we're guaranteed civil warring. That should reduce our radicalism, right? Yep, it goes away. Unfortunate that we don't manage to pass it though. Can we go for presidential immediately after? Maybe. We're gonna feed all of the Chinese Sunni Company to Persia because that way we can annex Persia and not have to pay too much infamy because Chinese Sunni Company is recognized, so it's a lot of infamy to annex them when they have multiple states. So we're just gonna give all their land over to Persia real quick. Oops, I seem to have done this a little bit prematurely. It seems like there's no way to grant these states over, seemingly. Yeah, we can only grant Tarim Basin. So we need to get a land border between Persia and Dominion of India. So I guess we'll go to war with Punjab for the state of Punjab. Not actually just their entire country, right? So conquer these 2 states, then we'll take over their puppet by doing this war as well. But yeah, this war is mostly just so we can grant the rest of Dominion of India over to Persia successfully. Unfortunate that the Dominion of India hasn't managed to annex any of their subjects, so they still have no connection from the north of their country to the south, except through West Bengal. Slowly incorporating parts of Africa here. How's the colonization looking? We've got more states to colonize in. Nice. Africa is firmly under Great Qing control. I approve of this free and fair election, where the petite bourgeoisie gets 65% of the votes. Very fair. And free. You know, we could go corporate state. I've never really done corporate state. I don't think we'll go corporate state, probably. It's not a parliamentary republic. We'll just wait for parliamentary republic to go back off cooldown. Oh yeah, so now we can grant these guys more states here. Punjab. And now that they have Punjab, we should be able to give them East India states again, till East India has just one state left. Delhi, just a couple more states left until these guys are down to just one state. East India owed. Bihar. What else do they have? East India Rajputana. And looks like that's good. Let's take a look at the cost to annex them to make sure. Looks like it's good. Yeah, we're getting X5. So now we can take a save here to bid us. Or no, we don't need to save scum this. We'll just accept our result. Okay, we annex the good old um, Persian British East India Company, and now we can start incorporating India for the great the great empire of China grows larger. More of the world must become China. So there's a bit of a secret change in update 1.8.6, which is that the base credit limit has been 10x. You know, it used to be 5% of GDP, now it's 50% of GDP. So base credit limit is now the majority of your credit limit, which is a pretty impactful change. I think it's like pretty good change really for players. You can debt spend a ton more. Like we would be at our credit limit pretty much right now if it weren't for this insanely higher base credit that they added here. More construction must be made in India. All of the construction sectors in all of the Indias. I'm gonna reduce subject payments on India so we can get their Liberty Desire down faster, because I would like to be able to annex them soon. Nearly at 1.5 billion GDP. We're doing pretty nice, I think. I'm gonna build the greatest rice factory in the world, except for all the greater rice factories in the rest of my country in Agra. The greatest rice factory ever made. I've run out of things from my queues, so I guess we'll go political agitation for the Boxer Rebellion, and then we will go after that into antibiotics to try to up pop growth here. Speaking of political agitation, how close are you to being a good parliamentary again? 5 months. New company choice time. Let's see here. I guess we'll go. Typing mining? Sure. Okay, we can decrease Mexico's autonomy to puppet, or that would actually give this guy more in Liberty Desire, though, actually. Okay, maybe not then. POV rice farms are contributing 500,000 reinvestment because you built a level 400 rice farm here and level 500 rice farm or something in Jiangxi and another bunch of rice farms. I built a lot of rice farms because grain prices are far too high. You know, we got 250,000 buy orders for grain, so I had to build a couple of rice farms to supply the people with their grain. Oh, the average wages on this building are actually super high, so I think we'll go for steam-powered threshing machines because the wages on that building were super duper high. Got 100% Mappy here. Grain prices are positive still. This is pretty crazy. Maybe we end up going nitrogen fixation to try to lower our grain price. Grain demand is pretty crazily high. Will we actually be hitting 2 billion GDP by 1900 here? That's like what it feels like we're gonna be hitting here because we're growing GDP ridiculously quickly. Like our credit is actually expanding because we're getting so much base credit limit. At least I think it's expanding. Has it expanded? Let me go take a look. Yeah, I think it's expanding faster than we're spending it. Maybe not, but at least for like some of the time it might be. So we end up just building more construction in order to fulfill our requirements of GDP. Must hit 2 billion GDP now. I forgot, I'm supposed to be passing Parliamentary Republic here. Oh, it looks like there's a bunch of other interest groups that support this now, and it's just a couple of tiny interest groups that oppose it now, so hopefully we can get it through successfully this time. Let's take a look at the Royalist movement. It's tending towards 99% radicalism. Nice, it's not 100. We just need to pass this like quickly though. That's pretty much what needs to happen here. So I accidentally completed political agitation, and that's what a fool did, because that ends up resulting in the Boxer Rebellion triggering, which gives us too many radicals to build a past parliamentary republic without a civil war. Wow, iron prices are high again? That's pretty crazy. It's been forever since iron prices have been high. Time to build iron literally everywhere we can in the whole country. Every single iron deposit that exists in the Qing Empire must be built. All of them. Every single one. Okay, maybe not every single one. Let's just build all the domestic ones. Okay, every single domestic one has been built. That's good enough. Okay, we get our first enactment event here. It's a stall. We'll take 10% enactment success chance though. Get this event here. Definitely don't want to click the event option that gives the royalist movement more political activism. That would be really bad, considering their activism is trending towards 98%. You know, we wouldn't want it to go up at all, pretty much. 28 infamy to Russia? That's quite a lot. Sure, we'll do it. And yeah, I get this event here, 20% enactment success chance, pretty big, nice. Don't want the throughput to be reduced as much as possible, but you gotta reduce it a little bit. Okay, we've got this event here. We definitely do not want the political movement activism. We just cannot sustain that. I'm gonna build loads of coal in Africa here as well. Oh, we've run out of infamy. Okay, time to find a new war to declare. Um, I guess we'll conquer all of the Victorian Lake countries one by one here. Just started suppressing the royalist movement here. Hopefully that maybe helps. I don't know. Qing East Africa, so prosperous. 25 million GDP and just 6 million pops. Gonna incorporate all this stuff we've acquired recently. All of Africa must be an incorporated part of the Qing Empire, along with, of course, these random islands. Also, they must also become a part of the empire, of course. Sort by this button. 20% of the pops in Beijing. That's a lot of the pops in Beijing. Look at, yeah, there's like no radicals in Beijing. There's tons of loyalists there now. Oh no. No, I don't like that event very much. Please give me a good event in the next one that will reduce radicalism, please. Okay, well, we didn't get a good event, so we just click that, and now we just hope, I would have re-rolled if we failed that, but we just hope that we pass Parliamentary Republic here. Might need to get a couple PB generals here to make that more likely, because, you know, 71% is not likely enough for me at all. Very unlikely. Yes, very, too much RNG there. We need more higher chance. We have 94,000 bureaucracy to general reroll with, so we should be able to get it up quite a lot with that much. Okay, after hiring lots of generals, we've gotten the chance up to 85%. Hopefully that's good enough. Let's see here. 6 days, 5 days, 4 days, 3 days, 2 days, 1 days. Okay, yep, we get Parliamentary Republic. And that should mean that this radicalism, yeah, it's gonna drift down a bunch more now. Okay, oh, but this event, but we click the bottom option now, and now the radicalism isn't going to drift above 100 because it's lower. Yeah. Now it is time for reconciliation. It's going to give us a ridiculous amount of radicals, but it is what it is. We have to avoid losing that, I believe. Okay, now that we've done this, we're going to go political agitation for a little bit so that we can start working on getting the Boxer Rebellion complete, and then once we complete Stamp Out Monarchism, which is just going to be, I think, waiting 5 years, right? Yeah, we need to get the Civil War done, but after that we just have to wait 5 years. These locals have very expensive taxes. $286,000 every week for 5 years. It's a very expensive tax. It's actually not that much to us, but for them, it's gotta be like, you know, all their money ever. Um, okay, now we take a treaty port against China, not against China, against these guys back. Why can we not take it? Our relations with Spain are too high. Evil Spain, damage relations with Spain. Right, they're not improving with us, so we'll just take some infamy and then wait, because we have to wait for the Stamp Out Monarchism to finish anyway. Okay, so to stop having to deal with this evil royalist movement here, we're just gonna start passing monarchy again. Of course, we don't actually want to pass it. We're just gonna fake pass it to make them less big mad at us. We got antibiotics, so I'm gonna go up to level 5 health system. It's time to use our great army for the greatest purpose of all time, liberating Siberia from Russia. I don't think we want to do that option. Yeah, Siberia is going to be in here, I'm pretty sure. Liberate Siberia, and we shall use our amazing army to liberate Siberia. We need all these guys to get mobilized, and then we will send them over to the front. And I think we just have a way better army than Russia, so this should be a fairly easy war against Russia, assuming that I'm correct in that assumption. We'll see how the war ends up going, though. Cannot be deployed because it's not mobilized. But do we need every single one to be mobilized for it to work? Okay. Sure. We'll mobilize all of you then. And then send all of you. Okay. We'll also, of course, add in some Russian war reparations as a war goal. We can sway France in. What do they want? They want a transfer of a state? Yeah, we aren't going to give them that. What else can we give? Nah, that's not really any buildings. Could take a transfer state. A transfer subject Bukhara? Sure, there's only 2 infamy. Conquer state? Could we conquer Baku? Yeah, we can. It's only 9 infamy. I think these are pretty reasonable war goals. I don't actually know why there isn't an option to return state to Breeze, to Persia. Oh, we annexed Persia, I forgot. Just turned on luxurious supplies on all of our armies, so hopefully that'll be pretty good for making our army stronger. Looks like we have about double the manpower on the front and about a 50% higher average offense defense. So it should be a pretty free war. First battle is going to be a W. I need to set the strategic objective on their capital because this is going to be a lot of pushing we have to do to make it all the way over there. Actually, wow, it's going to be so much pushing. Where's the front? Where is the front? Huh? Where's the front? Okay, we're gonna start a naval invasion of Russia because I realized that that's like the only way that we're gonna win this war is with a naval invasion. Like, surely there's no other way we're gonna be able to win other than by naval invading. What was I thinking? So yeah, we'll just land pretty easily because we have a huge army here and a huge navy. They do not have a huge navy. Then we can't land in that province, but we can surely just try a landing in Ingria. We've got so many battalions here. Surely we can land in Ingria, right? The battle just needs to have a large enough amount of our troops get into it. Yeah, easy wins. Easy wins. Okay. How did only 2 of their troops get in when they have 4? I don't know. Oh, we get a million naval battles starting, which we are, of course, going to dominate, because we have way more navy than them. So much more navy. New land battle starts, and it's a easy win for us, of course. And another land battle. Just 2 more need to start, and then we can win the war, right? Or just a couple more at least. Yeah, there we go, we're in. Okay. Russian war operations are probably basically $0 anyway, so we'll just accept a peace without taking them to peace out earlier here. There's the war with Russia concluded. Now, is Siberia an unrecognized major power? No, they are not. So that means we can try to subjugate Siberia diplomatically. Where's your, what? Okay, we just need to wait for the Monday tick or something. Yeah, there we go. There's a leverage screen. So you have a leverage resistance of 481. Okay, so just guarantee independence, form defensive pact, re-guarantee independence, start bankrolling, and some people to rival Russia and Austria and Spain and the Netherlands. So you get infinite diplo, request investment rights, start funding lobbies, and request a power block embassy. With all that, our projected leverage over them is now 2,100. Let's go. Time to take the treaty port back from Portugal, finally. They have a 50% chance of just accepting. Okay, let's see. They do not accept. Unfortunate. Well, we'll have to fight them for it then. We'll naval land them. Set up a yeah, we'll just but this is the French Republic here. Great, French Republic right there. Can we call France in? What's their neutrality? Why are their neutrality so high recently? Oh, they're allied to Spain? Interesting. You got a defensive pact, I assume? Yeah. Okay. Well, they're not gonna side in, I think, right? Yeah, they aren't, I'm pretty sure. Should be good. You can get... Oh, Germany sides against us. That's unfortunate. Okay, the war with Spain has begun. We're gonna start a naval invasion. Yeah. Oh, the game is frozen. Okay, the game is running incredibly slowly, but we're doing a naval invasion into Valencia here, and then we're gonna try to push to the Spanish capital to enforce quickly, or quicker. The game really does not like this war for performance. Performance is really bad during this war, so I'm gonna try to get out of it as quickly as possible. Our landing into Spain was getting stopped, so I'm instead gonna land into Portugal here, which I think will be slightly easier to land potentially. And so unless they're moving their troops into Portugal now. No, it looks like they aren't. Yeah, okay, I should just be able to land in Portugal here. As soon as morale recovers, at least. Can we get the morale recovery mobilization options here to do this quicker? Come on. Do we have a... No, okay, we don't have a unit that's frozen. Zero morale. Alright, we're in. Okay, so now we haven't been able to take the treaty port by land yet, so we're gonna... Oh, we need to assign a general to these navies. But then we can... No, wrong navy. Oops. But yeah, we're going to land Western Guangdong, because we haven't been able to take it by land. That's kind of a weird sentence. Okay, we just landed the Chinese... yeah, the treaty port. So now we're all good on that front. Just gotta worry about the front in Spain. The great Chinese naval invasion into Spain. The Spanish have gotten a revolt. That should hopefully divert a couple forces away from defending their mainland, hopefully. We barely have any advantage left, which is a bit unfortunate for us, for sure. Just need to push a little bit more, right? Or we don't even need to push, we just need to wait, really. Now, actually, I think we'll just take this peace treaty. This is a pretty reasonable peace treaty. Get regime change in our subjects, but we win the war anyway. The mandate of heaven. Top option looks better, I think. Doesn't really matter. The options look basically the same, right? Uh, Actually, I don't even know if that one is better. I didn't really read it enough. Um, Oops. I think they're basically both the same, though. So now, all we need to do is wait for stamp out monarchism to finish. I canceled passing monarchy, and it looks like we're good on the radicalism of the royalist movement. So that's nice, because passing monarchy was just not a good idea. And it was a good idea, but it's done its job now, because now the recently enacted modifier is not too high. So we could slot in a different government potentially here. I don't know what kind of government we want actually. How did all of our parties lose just so much clout? I guess these guys just got all the clout in the world from us promoting all those generals. That would be the reasoning, yeah. We hit 200 leverage with Siberia, so we're gonna invite them to the power block. Big, nice power block. We're out of infamy, so we're gonna start conquering all these little guys that are in our way here. So like Kokand, Chitral, Bhutan, Sikkim, all this stuff, so we have a more clean map here. I'm thinking for the thumbnail, we're gonna see just how much construction we can push up to having. You know, that's 12 million positive balance, unacceptable. There's like no way I can actually build enough stuff to use this much construction, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to build all of the construction in the world so that we can get the biggest construction number on my screenshot for the thumbnail, alright? I mean, it's probably a very big number, considering a 10 million positive balance, and we currently have 5 million in construction goods. That could mean we could have like 45k construction, assuming prices don't go up. Prices will go up though, so that's not true. Oh yeah, we got cars unlocked. We can swap those on because we also got electric engines, which is the way you swap on cars. All of our buildings have no productivity because electricity prices are way too high, but you know, we'll just build all the power plants in the world to supply them, right? Let's go back to steam turbine actually so that we can supply the electricity that they need. Um, we need lots of electricity built everywhere that we need it. Earnings, yeah, build electricity, build electricity, build more electricity, build more electricity, build more electricity. Oh, we have a very severe oil shortage. I didn't even notice that. We'll build a bunch of oil, I guess. You know, our country has lots of oil in it. Baku hasn't been discovered with oil yet, but there's plenty of oil in our country, I'm sure. Africa's got oil too. Yeah, we've got plenty of oil. For a little bit, I was confused why our GDP is so low, but I see the reasoning is because our taxes are too high, I think. So we'll go down on taxes a little bit to try to boost our GDP up, because I'd like a big GDP number. I need to fix the PMs on a bunch of stuff here. Open hearth process here is probably good. What else do we need? All these need to go up to condensing engine pump and stuff. Condensing engine pump on this. Dynamite, dynamite, condensing engine pump, dynamite. All this stuff needs to get upgraded correctly, or else we'll never have a good country. You need the greatest country ever. Need more hardwood as well, so we'll go up to hardwood production. Rubber, we need lots of rubber, seemingly. We'll build lots of that, I guess. Oh, what? Germany is state atheism. That's interesting. I think that's the first time I've ever seen the AI go state atheism. This is a very cursed Italy, which doesn't own the papal states. It's not even just Rome that isn't being owned by them, it's all the papal states. Okay, we're gonna annex Dominion of India here. They say no, unfortunate. You'll have to be annexed by war then. It is what it is. I'm gonna reduce Burma's autonomy for some nicer borders in the purple area. Like, what's purple? What else should we reduce the autonomy of? Mexico would be a good one. Good old Chinese Mexico. What happened recently that doubled Mexico's GDP? What? Huh? How does Mexico have so much GDP? It's like all in California, or not all, but like a third of their GDP is in Cali, getting mass migrations from a ton of other parts of Mexico. Interesting. So I can't really put stuff in my construction queue very effectively. It's going to do much. So I'm just going to go to minimum taxation and try to let our GDP go up that way. We got stamp pound monarchism completed, which gives us this, which turns these guys nice. But we also get the Century of Triumph, which we can get 20 or 50% technology spread and 25% technology research speed, or 25 legitimacy and negative 25 decree cost. I don't remember this being the thing. I think we're going to choose the bottom option here for the tech research speed being pretty useful. Yeah, 262 reduction research speed, that's pretty crazy. Okay, we just annexed India, finished that war. Gives us a solid amount of authority, you know. The authority from per subject from uniting India is pretty ridiculous. You get 1425 authority. That's a lot of authority that we can use on decrees, or just having infinite authority forever. Um, that's pretty cool. Yeah, sure. We'll do skyscraper in Beijing. That seems pretty nice. And the Victoria Terminus. Um, and power block statues everywhere, I guess. Oh yeah, now that we've annexed India, we can start colonizing this stuff as well. Oh, and we can expel Christian missionaries, finally, which completes that mission. Apparently I got Costa Rica as my subject. I assume they were a Mexican subject, and then when we reduced autonomy on Mexico, we got them. Okay, well, I think this is where I'm gonna end the game. This was a very successful run, 2.7 billion GDP. That's a lot of GDPs. Please subscribe if you want so I can get to 1,000 subscribers to get monetized, and goodbye.